There we go. Now my mic's working. Okay, that's better. Let's share this bitch out with some people. I forget how, oh, there we go. I forget how to do these things. I want to put my microphone so you guys can see how pretty it is, but it really doesn't show in the scene. Let's share with some people. Well, not you, but you and 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 you. Hey, Creative Camper, welcome in. I'm back. I'm back. And egg rolls and Ace and Devils and Ben and Scientific Sitch and Nerd. There we go. We got 28 people I shared it out to. Welcome in. Good morning. Can you hear me? I'm good. How are you? Can you guys hear me okay? Is there anybody over on YouTube yet? Can somebody check the YouTube? We need to get some people in here. I haven't been live for a while, so it may be a slow morning, because that's how the algorithm treats me. You haven't been live for a while, so we will punish you for that, okay? And we're going to punish you by not letting anybody see you. You have to earn your place. I'm going to check YouTube real quick on my iPad. I forgot I could do that. I forgot. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you. I am going to do a Auntie Sermon live this morning. We will be performing Daughters of the Land this morning. Daughters of the Land. I don't know why I'm repeating it like that. Okay, YouTubers. Let's check you out. Are we good? Are we live? Can people hear me? What's going on? Where is everybody? Good morning, Butterstuff. Okay, great. You can hear me. Hi, Silly Goose. Good to see you. Welcome in, YouTube. I'm just making sure there's no echoes this morning. I hope I'm figuring this shit out. You know what I mean? I really am hoping that I have figured this shit out. No echoes at all. Awesome. Aaliyah, how are you? Welcome in. Silly Goose, I'm going to make you a mod over there if that's all right. Are you okay with that? Because I could use moderators on my YouTube. I just made you one. Hopefully you're okay with that. It's so good to see everybody. Welcome in. I know it's a slow morning. We'll get started. We'll get people in here eventually. Make sure, even if there's only one or two of you in here, that you share out the live. If you're over on YouTube, like the live. Make sure you're subscribed. Do all the good things so that I am blessed by the algorithm gods. Okay? While we're waiting, I will talk a little bit about, like the news this week. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm easily distracted, though. I'm just easily distracted. Wait, I want to go to a very specific place on my Discord call. Fuck the patriarchy. Because, I put news stories in there. So if you're not in there, you should be. Good morning, Devil's Public Defender and Peg the Prophet. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make sure you guys tap the screen, send your heart me, share out the live. It's a slow morning. Okay, so here's some of the news from this week over on, I scroll through Reddit a lot and I'll post stories in there on Fuck the Patriarchy channel. And it's just always disturbing, like how often you can go through Reddit and read disturbing stories about how women are treated. But I'm having so many difficulties with my iPad this morning. Let's go to this one. Vermont, director of Green Mountain Baptist Church, child evangelism organization, caught in FBI child sexting, saying he wanted to grape a 9-year-old. A 9-year-old girl. That is the Vermont director of Green Mountain Baptist Church, child evangelism. That's what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of disgusting stuff that gets swept under the rug. Hi, Reckless. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Butter Stuff, are you over in my YouTube regularly? I can make you a mod too. You can both be in there and mod each other. But if you're over there regularly, I love it if you would mod. Hey, Monroe, good to see you. There was more, but there was more. Oh, yeah. Did you guys realize that we are here sitting in the year 2026 and postpartum depression still is not in the DSM? That was another story I posted about too. So if you're not in the Discord, check out the Discord. Yeah. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. We only have like 7 people in here. So if you guys could share out the live, tap the screen, do all the good stuff. It takes a while because I've been gone a while. So I get punished. I'm not like every creator. I get punished right away for not going live. Hi, Reckless. Welcome
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
You're about the only one besides one other content creator that I listen to in the Deconstruction. I don't even know if this is even a community anymore.
Listen, I want everybody to hear this. I wish there was more people in here to hear this, but you spread this message around, okay? This is a community, and when you're deconstructing a harmful religion that perpetuates things like bigotry, racism, and misogyny, every person who comes into our community isn't going to be 100% healed. We're going to have misogynists who join. We're going to have racists who join. We're going to have bigots who join. And it is our job to tell them, you're not welcome. You're not welcome into the community. It's going to happen over and over again. And we're going to tell them, you're not welcome. And they can go work on that. They can go fix that. But if they've harmed somebody in the community and they get all healthy and they get all better, they're still not welcome back in the community because we're not going to give them access to harm somebody again. And that's it. We can't sit here and go, I hate the whole community now because a couple of men did this horrible thing. No. There are fucking amazing people in this community. There is
There are.
Schley, there is Tahir, you, me, Thinker, Fee, Mama Bash. Oh my
I just
God,
hate
Mama
like the
Bash.
women getting harmed. That
I
I
do too.
just, oh my God, I just can't stop thinking about it. And I was gonna message you, but it's like the thoughts in my head are racing because there's just so much to unpack, and I'm only 8 months in now, and I still have a lot to unpack. You know, as a 10-year believer, um, and I don't know, but it's like I see how much harm there is in the religion that I didn't see before. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And
Yeah.
it really just bothers me. And I hate to, I don't want to say like I'm like walking away or anything like that. Like, you know, it's like I guess, how do I help in a way, you know, where I'm not overstepping? Because I think like I don't even know. It's just there's so much in my brain, and with so much that's happened over the last, I want to say maybe 5 months, of the harmful things that have
Support
happened.
women. Put your
Yeah.
energy into women, non binary, and transgender communities. Support women. Mod for women. Hi, you guys. If you're out there, women
Because
need
it's hard to
mods in
help
their
out the
channels,
men
okay?
in the, like there
Oh,
are
the
good.
men get all the help. I don't want to say the word men again. We're going to talk about women now. Okay. We're
Okay,
moving
good.
off of the men. We
I'm
decenter
glad that you
men
say
here.
this, because I am like conflicting, because in the last like maybe 3 weeks of the shit that I've had going on with the men in the community, with my personal shit, I'm so fucking annoyed and pissed off because they think that there's some superiority still holding on, even though they're deconstructing, and it's just
Right,
like,
because they haven't deconstructed
why?
patriarchy and misogyny, and that's something that we all have to do. Women haven't done it either in this community, but let's listen to me. You asked what you could do, so let me tell you what you can do. Support women.
Okay.
Let me finish this whole thing too. Okay, support women. I need you women to stop modding for all the men in the discords and the YouTubes and the TikTok without modding for the women. Now, I'm not saying don't mod for them at all. I'm saying if you're not modding for any of the women and you're only modding for men, you're centering men. Do you understand that? I want us to decenter men. What the fuck? Why are we still centering men? If your whole day is spent around male creators and you don't follow Mama Bash, Fee, Thinker, myself, if you don't follow people like Robot Go, if you don't follow, go ahead, put some names in the chat. Give me some of the best women creators, non-binary creators, trans creators. Those are the
Pink
people you need to
Shark.
support. And I mean it. I am so tired of people saying, I want to decenter men. And then I fucking never see them in the women's lives when I'm in the chat. I never see them there. They're not there. But if I get out and go over to, and these are my friends, if I go over to Justin, Joel's, Mezzo's, or any of those lives, I'll see a bunch of women in there. Listen, love you all. Love you all. No, I know you kind of like those guys. I get it. But what are you doing? You're centering men. Yes, skeptical, Beaumont. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. Fee, Thinker. Yes, thank you. Let's start giving these women the same fucking financial support. Check your gifts? Go ahead and check your gifts this weekend and look at your account. Have you really been gifting women as much, if not more, than you have gifted the men? Because I don't think you have, because I know how much women get gifted on this thing. And you say, oh, that's just a money grab. No, these people are giving their fucking times. They're
Yeah.
creating things for you.
I've been
And
doing
you
it
give the
equal,
men
but
money and you never think
yeah.
that they're grifting or anything. You know what I'm saying? So gift the men. Gift the men. Let me
Yeah,
say
I've
hi
been
to
doing it
Raven real quick.
equal, but
Gift the
I
women.
have changed that. Yeah, I have changed all of that, because I mean, I've been doing it equally. giving lots of money. And it's like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing it to the men anymore. Like, all these women creators who are trying to make a difference in this community and trying to make a difference all over, not just community, but everywhere. I mean, we got women writing books. Deborah is writing, I think, another book. And are you writing a book as well?
I just finished my first book, but it's not out yet. It's called it's called Auntie Sermons, The Women of Genesis. It'll be out real soon. I'll get that out for you guys real soon. But let me say hi to Raven real quick. Raven, welcome to the show. I just met you this morning over on Solos. How are you today?
I am amazing. How are you?
Doing well. What would you like to talk about today?
I agree with your point on the female streamers.
Women. We're not females. We're not animals. We're women.
Sorry. I agree with you on your point on the women streamers because I was a streamer at a point. I used to stream every day. And I would stream for 4 hours. And I would get nothing. I would get 4 viewers constantly and nothing. That's why I stopped. Because I feel like I'm not getting the support that I should get from putting in my time and my effort for being here.
Exactly. It takes a lot of work. I don't think that people can fully understand because TikTok makes it seem like you turn on your phone and you click live and you go live. And yeah, sure, you can do that. People won't watch you for very long if that's what you do. You have to bring something to the table. People like Joel and Mezzo, they bring comedy and they bring some deep philosophical debates. They bring music. They entertain you, right? Thinker is so fucking smart. She's so smart beyond whatever. So every fucking time you listen to her, you are learning something you've never learned before. Mama Bash brings such an amazing conversation because her panelists are people like Thinker and Fee and herself. Mama Bash is so fucking smart too. But she also brings like you feel like you're sitting down at home, sitting around a table talking to some of your best friends and some really smart people you just met. There's Boma. Boma is so fucking entertaining on a whole different level because she's going to sit there and play with her food while she eats it. And by that, I mean the Mogs. And she's going to also do songs and comedy routines and stuff. She is a whole different level of entertainment. But those things, they take time. They take effort. They take writing. They take performance. They take hours out of our day to be here with y'all, right? So if you are sitting there tossing, I'm going to just say your figurative panties at the screen when a man goes live and you can't so much as do a heart me when a woman goes live. I don't know. I think that you're still male centered. And I think that you stop being male centered by centering women. It's just a fucking simple. Stop centering men. Like it's just so fucking simple, right? So listen, I don't want to keep talking about the men and I don't want to make this whole day be about, I want to thank Raven and Reckless for coming up, but I want to either talk with believers this morning or I want to go ahead and start the Auntie Sermon for this morning because we're going to decenter men. You guys can look at my posts if you want to know why, there's, I love those so much. Thank you so much. Expect thought. Thank you so much. But I don't want it to be all about men this morning. I want us to move on from that, right? We're asking men in this community to live at a higher standard than the men that we left in Christianity. If you are not fucking ready to live up to that higher standard, you will not have access to the rest of us in this community. That's what we're saying. That's all we're saying. You will live by a higher standard if you're going to be in community with us, or you will not be in our community. That's all. And Schley, I did see your message. I didn't read it all and I didn't, hear the other things. But I saw, can you? Yes, you can. The answer is yes. Please do. Okay. So you guys, if you're a Christian or a believer of the God of the Bible, today I want to know, why does God hate women? What's up with that? What's going on with that? What are we talking about here? Also, if I don't get a believer up in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and do the sermon today, and hopefully some believers will come in and get really mad about the things that I have to say. And then we'll get some some conversations going. Today we're going to be doing Daughters of the Land. Do you guys know that story about the Daughters of the Land and Dinah? Hey, Sunrise in the West. I don't have a way for you to join directly through YouTube at this moment, but you can come over to TikTok, and I am CrystalJae over on TikTok, and you can join me over here. Welcome to the show, Catholic. Can I get your age for TikTok purposes?
I'm 18. How are you?
I'm good, and you're a Christian, I take it, and a Catholic, I take it.
Yep, amen.
Okay, hang on one second. Is there anybody, any of my friendlies who want to come up today and guest host with me? If you would, put your, just put a request in.
Request in.
Yeah, I'm talking to my friendlies. Hey, Schley, welcome up. Good to see you. All right, Mikey, so why does God hate women?
Well, God doesn't actually hate women. Actually, not but one of the most important people in the Bible was a woman.
So, you know what? If you only make one person in the Bible important, you hate women. If you're like, hey, I wrote a whole book and 95% of the named characters in it are men, you hate women.
Oh, that's not true though.
Yeah,
because then wait. Are you saying that the oil field workers hate women because 99% of them? But guess what? Guess how many women actually sign up for that job?
I don't care.
Than 5%.
Do you know that women are also living in a patriarchy and often have internal misogyny because they are indoctrinated into Christianity, and it teaches them to be internally misogynistic?
Okay. So you're saying that 95% of the Bible hates women?
I didn't say that. You didn't listen. If you need to listen to what I said.
Really?
I want you to steel man what I said. Okay, I said
I'm gonna steal.
Not steel man what I say. Okay, do you know what that means? Okay, I'm gonna drop you. You sound like a fucking troll.
No, I'm sorry.
No, fuck off. I'm not into trolls, guys. If you're a troll, stay the fuck down and chat. Not interested. Okay. Good morning, Schley. Schley the day.
Oh, hi. I was a little distracted. Sorry.
That's okay. You can be distracted.
Good morning. I know I sent you like a 10-minute voice note, so please forgive me, but I love this energy today. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Please, if you're new here or if you're just coming in, please repost the live and share out with a few of your friends. We're talking about why does God hate women? So invite some women. Invite the women who you know are still Christians, or maybe they have an internalized misogyny. We want to talk about it, okay? And make sure you're sending out your heart me's and tapping that screen.
Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, you guys, since we don't have any Christians in... Oh, wait, I think I do have a Christian in the box. I ignored him for a second. Let me see. I think I do. I'm not used to doing the TikTok studio yet, which has different shit, to do. Nope, he left. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do today's sermon. I got to pull up my recording software. I love doing it this way now. It saves me so much time to just record live since I'm performing it for you. All right.
So I listen. Have you done more than one, or was the last one that you did live the first one you posted as your podcast?
I have one more that I recorded live that I haven't posted yet. I haven't posted Dina's.
But I can tell. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me, and maybe it's because I know you recorded it live, and so it's just my brain. But like, I feel like I can tell a difference, and I feel like it adds something to it.
You probably can tell because the literal engineering that I'm doing now that allows me to do it live is actually better engineering than I was doing before I was doing it live. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I actually have better sound now.
Yeah,
I
you're
did.
super fancy.
I got fancy.
Thank you for the gifts.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's true. I do. Okay. So I have to wait. Let me do this.
Okay, remember
I have to
you
mute when I record because otherwise I hear myself back in my headphones. And there's a thing called the Lee effect where it's people like me. We can't do that. We can't hear ourselves and do because it's a delay and it fucks us up. Okay. So I will have to mute. I will not be able to hear you. I will look down at chat every once in a while in case somebody's trying to tell me something. You guys can put all caps and yell at me if I have to say something. Hey, welcome in everybody. It's good to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much. I'm about ready to perform Auntie Sermon. It's called Daughters of the Land. And I think this week I'm going to go ahead and start writing some new ones for you, and we'll go through Exodus soon. So look forward to that. But I want to get that book up first because y'all been wanting it in a paperback. So I'm going to make you a little paperback book of all the sermons, okay? So of Genesis. I have not done the whole Bible. It's really funny, Slade. I'm going chronologically and methodically through the Bible. I literally have finished Genesis, which was 33 sermons. I think that's a lot for a few months' work.
It's so much. It's like a fine-tooth comb that you have. It's amazing.
And I have people who will message me and go, when are you going to do Jezebel? And I'm like, I think that's in 2029. I'm thinking.
So like, give me about 11 years.
Right? So I'm getting there, you guys. It's a lot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute up and we'll get started with today's Auntie Sermon. Oh, sorry. Forgot something. Oop. I'm dropping everything now.
Crystal, can you still hear me?
Actually, I could go back and do that later. I'll do that later.
Crystal.
All right, here we go.
Oh no.
Genesis 34:1. Dinah, the daughter of Leah, whom she bore to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. Here they are. A single line, a single phrase. The daughters of the land. A group of women mentioned so briefly it would be easy to pass right over them. And most people do. We don't know their names. We don't know how many there were. We don't know their ages, their families, their stories, their joys, their griefs. And it is an understatement to say that what we don't know about them far outweighs what we do know about them. I'm sorry. Every once in a while I'll repeat because I don't like the way I said it. And it is an understatement. And it is an understatement to say that what we don't know about them far outweighs what we do know about them. But here is what the text does tell us. They are women. They are daughters. They are of the land. The Hebrew phrase translated the daughters of the land is Banat Haaretz. Daughters, plural, feminine, the land. This phrase does not imply prostitution, immorality, or rebellion. It simply identifies these women as local women, daughters belonging to the land where they live. They are defined geographically, not morally, rationally, not sexually, collectively, not individually. The text assigns them no guilt, no danger, and no warning. They are only women who exist outside Dinah's father's household. But when does something like that stop men from demonizing women? This is where later interpretation steps in. Rabbinic tradition does not leave the daughters of the land neutral for long. In Genesis Rabbah and later in commentators like Rashi, Dinah's action of going out is treated as the beginning of the problem. The focus quietly shifts away from what was done to her and toward the fact that she left her father's household at all. You'll notice I'm calling her Dinah because that's the actual Hebrew translation, okay? Dinah is described as going out to see the daughters of the land. Leah is retroactively criticized for going out in an earlier story. The movement of women becomes suspicious, not because the text says it is, but because later interpreters decide it should be. The daughters of the land begin to function as a warning. They are treated as a bad influence. As a dangerous social world, as women who represent assimilation, temptation, and moral risk. And yet nothing about them actually changes. They still do not speak. They still do nothing. They still commit no wrongdoing. Their only crime is that Dinah wanted to be with them. In rabbinic tradition, the danger is not violence. The danger is visibility. The danger is women leaving the spaces men control. Midrash that builds the blame frame. In rabbinic tradition, Dinah's going out becomes suspicious. Some Midrash links Dinah's going out to Leah's earlier going out and treats it like a pattern. The logic becomes Leah went out, so Dinah went out, so something bad happened. That is not the plain meaning of the Hebrew text. It is tradition taking a neutral action and turning it into a warning. And notice what this does to the daughters of the land. They do not speak. They do not act. They are not accused of anything specific, but they become the symbol of what Dinah should have avoided. Women outside of the patriarchal household. Women outside male supervision. Women as influence. The daughters of the land became the risk without ever doing anything wrong. To see becomes to be seen. I'm echoing. How long have I been echoing? Okay,
Can you hear
I'm going to
me?
stop.
Crystal.
I'm going to unmute this for a second. How long have I been echoing?
The whole time. Can you hear me?
Now I have to restart.
Does it affect your recording?
Yes.
I tried to text you. Oh no.
Oh, dang it. Why did my phone go off? I have my phone right here. Okay, hang on.
I'm sorry. I was
No,
trying to
it's
tell
okay.
you.
I looked down and I saw you laugh out loud. So I didn't
It was so
think there was
funny.
anything wrong.
I mean, it's not funny because it's annoying for you, but it was kind of funny. But also, I remember it was like you have to mute one of your mics or
I
something.
have to mute my camera, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't know I'd have to do it each time. Hang on 1 second. God damn it. Nothing is going right. This is the high production value. Wait, I cannot talk because I hear myself.
Listen, you don't get this anywhere
This is
else,
the
guys.
high
Where else can
production
you
value
get
you pay for
this?
it. Hang on 1 second, y'all.
Exactly, devil's public defender. Just a warm-up exercise, Crystal. We were getting the vocal cords ready. Somebody call MGM.
There's so many. There's some. Wait, I gotta turn something off. Stop.
There's too many buttons.
There's too many pieces of software is a problem, because when you are going live and you're doing this, I have OBS, I have TikTok Studio, I have YouTube Studio, I have Reaper. And so you have to figure out like, oh, which one is it? We actually have a guest too. So I'll bring up the guest and give you guys a break from the thing, but I'm going to find the source of that problem real quick. RC, welcome to the show. Can I get your age for TikTok purposes?
Yeah, it's 30.
Okay, and are you a Christian, believer of the God of the Bible?
I am.
All right. And what you want to talk about today?
I mean the prompt that you have above you.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are God created different species with different social order. Some are patriarchal, some are matriarchal. Human beings just happen to be patriarchal.
Okay, hang on one second.
Why do they have to be patriarchal? Couldn't he have set it up to where if he loves all of his children equally, we're all treated the same with the same dignity and respect?
Yeah, I don't think patriarchal means that women are treated with less dignity. It's just that we're naturally a patriarchal species like chimpanzees. I don't think female chimps are treated lesser.
That's actually not true. There's no evidence that we are naturally patriarchal. There are many societies that were matriarchal. So that's actually not true. That's just your opinion. That's not based on anything factual.
It's not? There's no evidence to point towards a patriarchal society?
Well, we are a patriarchal society, but there's no evidence that that's just natural.
So, okay, then I would ask you, China and Japan, those are two societies that were never colonized. Why did they arrive at a patriarchal society for thousands of years?
Because men are dicks. What are you talking about, Pumpkin? Y'all think that you're better than somebody just because y'all think that you are. You aren't, though. And they're absolutely not true that all societies were patriarchal. So you're already, when you say that we're naturally that, we're not. Otherwise, all societies would have been patriarchal.
Can I also say something? Just
Yes,
really
absolutely.
Quick,
You know,
about
Welcome to the
animals.
show. Excuse me. Wait 1 second. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's about animals and menopause. Did you know that only animals that go through menopause are matriarchal? And that includes humans and whales. That's an actual scientific thing that you can look up for yourself, RC, if you're actually genuinely curious about it.
Did the echo go away? Can anybody tell me if the echo
You
went
sound
away?
fantastic.
Okay, I
Gucci.
think I fixed it, and I need to remember to do that when I start the show. So somebody, when I start
I'll
the
help you
show,
remember.
go mute your camera. Okay. Anyway, matriarchal
Well,
societies.
chimpanzees go through menopause, by the way, and they're patriarchal.
Not always.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
And also, bonobos aren't.
Mosuo Mina. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. Site is in Indonesia, India, and historically Haudenosaunee, where clan mothers held substantial political roles. There were many matriarchal societies. So, sorry, but I'm not buying your, hey, that's just how we are. And also, haven't we evolved past that now? Haven't we as humans realized that, fuck, There's nothing you can't do that a woman can't do. So what are you
There's plenty
doing?
of
And
things.
men haven't shown any sign of being good leaders because the world still sucks under your leadership. So I think it's time that you realize that you're not fucking doing anything. And it doesn't address my prompt. Why does God hate
We're not
women? The
doing
God of
anything.
the Bible actually fucking hates women, and you're not addressing that.
You said we're not doing anything.
Men aren't doing anything but destroying the planet.
Oh, okay. You're welcome for your headphones, microphone, chair, house.
Oh, you're
Gross.
welcome.
Gross.
Women helped invent all of those, you piece of shit, and you men stole the accolades.
A woman created Wi-Fi, RC.
Fucking
that's
idiot.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it
it
is.
is.
No, Hedy Lamarr did not create Wi-Fi.
She didn't
Oh,
create it. She's
okay.
one of the main reasons why we have it. And she's not only the only women that have helped bring technology into the forefront. And if you men wouldn't have stopped us from being in STEM for so long, we would have more advancements in medicine, in technology, and everything about our society. But you men were like, oh my God, a woman talked, my pee-pee shriveled up. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Now,
it's
do you want to
amazing what you
address how
can
why
accomplish.
does God hate women and stop pivoting off
Did
the
I do
topic?
something to you? Like, why are you upset with me?
I'm upset because you won't talk about the topic. Thank you for coming up, JA. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so
dropped
much
him.
for having. No, it's okay. Thank you so much for having me. I just wanted to share that fun fact about.
That was so
about
great. I
women.
appreciate that.
I do too. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood to listen to a man, first of all, who cannot stay on the topic. Why does God hate women? And he's going right to, anything but that. Anything but addressing how God hates women. I'm
Of
sorry. I'm
course.
not into it.
I'm gonna go back to the comments.
Thank
but
you so
I will
much.
be here listening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Exactly. His answer was because that's how God likes it, which is exactly the problem. I was going to say it's amazing how much you can accomplish when you use violence and force and toxic things to suppress everyone else around you.
Right? Isn't it crazy? And when you steal the accolades of everybody and then say men invented it. Like, do you know how many men have stolen the Nobel Prize from women? Literally. Like,
Right.
What are you talking about? We will never know how many inventions actually came from women because y'all stole the accolades.
Because that's what weasels do.
Solovino, you invent chaos in the morning. That's what you invent. If you are a Christian or believer of the Bible, you can come up, but if you don't come up in a few minutes, I'm going to go back and try to redo the sermon for you all. I'm so sorry about that. Now that we fixed the echo, I do not know why my text didn't come through. That makes me mad because I literally have my phone right here. And there's your text right now.
Oh, it just came. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I don't know why. I'm going to grab my water real quick. Would you like do a commercial for me?
Yeah, sure. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and tap the screen and make sure you're sharing out the live. We're talking about why does God hate women? We're really not in the mood to talk about anything else. So if you want to come up or if you know some Christians who would like to have that conversation, please invite them in. And by the way, if you aren't following CrystalJae, nice lady, on the Spotify or other apps where you listen to, podcasty things, she has developed this incredible podcast called Auntie Sermons. She's a nice lady, and she tells us all about the women in the Bible who didn't get a fair shake, and we love that. So give that a listen. Make sure you leave her some comments. She loves it. She always responds. And it really makes her day when you leave a comment. So be sure you're following her over there and on the tubes. And thanks for being here. Make sure you send your heart knees and all the things. And I think we're back. I'm real great at commercials.
Okay, now you could hear me? Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I told Doug, hey, you have to fix the floor in our bedroom now. You can't wait any longer. Because sometimes
no.
people see it. he was like, oh, okay. So I'm kind of glad you guys saw it because now I get a new floor.
Wait, I didn't see it.
Okay,
But don't
it's
tell
like,
Doug.
yeah, don't tell him. The thing is that why can't I stop my? The thing is, we bought this house, and a few rooms were carpeted, but most were tile, and I don't like carpet because I think it's gross.
Agreed.
So we pulled up the carpet and replaced the floor in all the bedrooms, and we saved ours for the last. It was very dirty, it was disgusting, like they didn't take care of it or whatever. But we did ours last because our dog was getting older and stuff, and we're like, well, if he has an accident or something, like I don't want to do it on new floor. I don't want him to do it on a new floor. And George is no longer with us now or whatever. But I told him, I go, people can see the stains sometimes when I get up from my chair. You had to do a new floor, babe.
You know what? It was a life well lived, and it was just evidence that there was a George.
That wasn't his, though. That was the mess
no.
of the people who lived before us. He never even made the mess. So poor little George.
George.
We just, I just told him I can replace our floor last. And so now he has to. Also, I think we're getting, I think we might be buying a motorhome. So I might be traveling. I might be in a city near you soon. You don't know.
That's amazing. I know that's been a dream for a long time.
Yeah.
I think we have someone in the comments, TEC, if you want to come up. I don't know if it's TEC or tech, but don't chirp away in the comments. Don't be scared. Come on up and give us a piece of your mind.
Come on up. Come on up. You could be the next contestant on Crystal's Always Right. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Crystal
anyway.
And her sidekick, Shley.
Shley. All right, you guys. I'm going to try one more time. And I'm sorry you're going to hear a little repeat. But at least you won't hear a little echo. Okay.
Actually, it'll be new for us, too, because it was hard to hear you the first time.
Oh, that's okay. There you go. All right, you guys, here we go. Take 2. I'm going to mute up so I don't hear myself. I love you. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. As I start, this is a test. Is there any echo? Please put in comments.
Yes, there is. Oh my gosh.
There is an echo again. Okay, I'm going to stop. See, I got smart this time. Okay, hang on.
Why is that happening? There's so many buttons, you guys.
Turn off the camera mic from the main PC settings. I need to turn off my camera mic from the main PC settings. All right, we're going to try this.
We do love a tech live. Yeah.
Sound settings.
Ford, she's trying to record an episode of her Auntie Sermon, but we have too many buttons and too many mics. So, one moment, please.
Okay, is there still an echo? Let me try again. You guys need to let me know.
Yes.
Do I still have an echo? I still have an echo? I don't know what.
Is it your headphones? Can you hear me? You can't hear me, can you? Nope. Well, CrystalJae in the morning. I guess it's not morning.
Maybe I didn't do it right. Let me try again. I'm telling you. Oh, Board is coming up to save me. Hang on, I gotta turn my sound back on so I can hear Board when they tell me what to do. Okay.
Hi, friend. Do you have a monitor on? Like monitor so you can hear yourself talk?
No, I like to turn that off.
It's off on your...
What's on? This is really hard. Hang on 1 second. I had to turn something else off. Okay. the thing that's causing the echo is my camera is trying to use its mic while I'm using this mic, and it's causing an echo. But I keep finding where to turn it off, and there seems to be many places. Many places.
So you have TikTok Studio up, and then you have another recording software up,
Yes, called Reaper.
Reaper.
Uh-huh.
And both of them, the monitor is off.
Let me.
The
Where do
camera-
I check on just to make sure on TikTok Studio? Where would that be?
You go down to the microphone, I believe
Yep.
it is. The microphone or the speaker setting at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you should be able to open them up, because there's like the little drop down arrow. You should be able to open them up and then make sure that the monitor is off. And then also make sure that it's using the correct microphone, of course. So then we know that that one's not being used.
Primary microphone is the Yeti, but I don't. Here's the thing: I don't want a secondary microphone. Okay, I don't. Okay. Monitor is off. Audio monitor's off. Echo canceling is default. Audio signal as suggested. Microphone is the Yeti, is the one that is chosen. So I don't think it's TikTok Studio. I do think it might be in my PC settings.
You shouldn't be hearing it coming just from your PC. It should be from like another application that's drawing that audio.
Let me look. Options.
Because right now there's no echo, right? So what's the thing that you changed? You just opened up Reaper, right?
Right. Wait, there's no echo right now. It's only when I open up Reaper. Is that right?
Yeah, so
Yes.
Reaper.
Yeah,
There's,
that seems to be
there's
the
no
problem.
echo right now.
All right, let me check that. All right. It's so ridiculous. You guys, don't you love tech lives? Aren't they?
It's wonderful.
And there could be, it could be
We're
that.
having a ball. Okay, listen.
Can you, I'm sorry. Can you record from Reaper but keep the volume on Reaper all the way down?
Let me check.
That way it records your audio. Because I don't even think it's your camera audio, because it also sounds like it's coming from the Yeti. The echo does. It just sounds like there's a latency. So Reaper's just recording like 0.05 seconds behind whatever you're saying on TikTok Studio,
Okay, so I do think it is Reaper. Let me see. But I don't have like a monitor on Reaper. So let me see. Turn off record monitoring by clicking the little speaker icon on the mic track. I don't have a little speaker icon on the mic track. The red arm button. Oh. Okay. Now do I
You're
have
still
an echo?
echoing.
So I did what it said. Now do I have an echo?
No.
No.
I turned it off and back on again.
You're joking.
That is fucking stupid.
That is Tech 101, Crystal. That's Tech 101.
See,
didn't
this is
know
why
which
I'm like, I would have done
You
thrown
hit the
something.
thing with a hammer.
I didn't know which one to turn off and back on again, bored. It never told me. Okay, now I need to.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Okay.
You did great.
That's why when people yell about like turn on your gifts or whatever, I'm like, y'all don't even know how many buttons there are. We could never find the button, okay?
I know. I'm sorry.
And they just changed GIFs, and it's so hard to find GIFs on TikTok Studio too. Like, everything's
know.
complicated
By
out
the
there.
time you get your setup all figured out, then they change something. It's so rude.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thank
okay,
you
Tony
all for
West.
staying with me. I know that was boring. I know it was. I'm going to try to make it up for you and give you a good Auntie sermon now. And thank you, Board, so much for helping me, and Schley and everybody. You guys are so patient, and I really
Love you,
love
friend.
you all.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to text you later, Board, because I do have other questions for you. And you told me I could text you. So I'm going to text you about them later. They're not important, though. They're just fun things I want to know how to do. All right. Take 432. I'm going to mute up again. Do those caps in chat. I'll check. Okay. I promise. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. Not mute up. I want to turn off the sound. Okay, ready? This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. If you are in an actual emergency, there would be me screaming and running out of the fucking house, okay? But you're not. It's just a test. All good? All good. Okay. Here we go. Take whatever. Genesis 34:1. Dinah, the daughter of Leah, whom she bore to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. Here they are. A single line, a single phrase. The daughters of the land. A group of women mentioned so briefly it would be easy to pass right over them. And most people do. We don't know their names. We don't know how many there were. We don't know their ages, their families, their stories, their joys, their griefs. And it's an understatement to say that what we don't know about them far outweighs what we do know about them. But here is what the text does tell us. They are women. They are daughters. They are of the land. The Hebrew phrase translated the daughters of the land is Banat Haaretz. Daughters, the land. This phrase does not imply prostitution, immorality, or rebellion. It simply identifies these women as local women, daughters belonging to the land where they live. They are defined geographically, not morally, rationally, not sexually, collectively, not individually. The text assigns them no guilt, no danger, and no warning. They are only women who exist outside Dinah's father's household. But when does something like that stop men from demonizing women? This is where later interpretations step in. Rabbinic tradition does not leave the daughters of the land neutral for long. In Genesis Rabbah and in Genesis Rabbah and later in let me get a sip of water. In Genesis Rabbah and later in commentators like Rashi, Dinah's action of going out is treated as the beginning of the problem. The focus quietly shifts away from what was done to her and toward the fact that she left her father's household at all. Dinah is described as going out to see the daughters of the land. Leah is retroactively criticized for going out in an earlier story. The movement of women becomes suspicious. Not because the text says it, but because later interpreters decide it should be. The daughters of the land begin to function as a warning. They are treated as bad influence, as a dangerous social world, as women who represent assimilation, temptation, and moral risk. And yet nothing about them actually changes. They still do not speak. They still do nothing. They still commit no wrongdoing. Their only crime is that Dinah wanted to be with them. In rabbinic tradition, the danger is not violence. The danger is visibility. The danger is women leaving the spaces men control. Midrash that builds the blame frame. In rabbinic tradition, Dinah's going out becomes suspicious. Some midrash like Dinah's going out to some midrash links Dinah's going out to Leah's earlier going out and treats it like a pattern. The logic becomes Leah went out, so Dinah went out, so something bad happened. That is not the plain text. That is not the plain meaning of the Hebrew text. It is tradition taking a neutral action and turning it into a warning. And notice what this does to the daughters of the land. They do not speak. They do not act. They are not accused of anything specific, but they become the symbol of what Dinah should have avoided. Women outside the patriarchal household. Women outside male supervision. Women as influence. The daughters of the land become the risk without ever doing anything wrong. To see becomes to be seen. We still all good? Everybody good? Welcome in, everybody. If you check out my podcast, you'll be able to get all of my references, okay? Some rabbinic tradition does not leave Dinah's to see alone. It turns it into she wanted to be seen. And it frames it, and it frames the outing as immodesty or roaming instead of sisterhood or community. This turns the daughters of the land into a temptation space, a place where women become visible, a place where men feel their control weakening. Again, the daughters of the land are not given names or voices. They are used as the setting where a warning gets preached. And rabbinic tradition is not the only place where this story gets handled by men this way. When we move outside the Hebrew Bible and into extra biblical writings, Second Temple retellings, and texts preserved in other canons, something interesting happens. The Targum tradition, Aramaic. In the Hebrew text, Dinah goes out to see the daughters of the land. But in Targum Jonathan, an Aramaic interpretive translation, the line is expanded. It turns see the daughters of the land into something like to see the manners, to see the customs, to see the ways. That is an interpretive move. It shifts the daughters of the land from being simply women Dinah wanted to meet into a cultural and moral threat. Not prostitution, not criminals, not villains, but their ways, their customs, their manners. In other words, the danger becomes social influence, assimilation, exposure, women learning from other women. Josephus, 1st century. Josephus retells the story and adds details that are not in Genesis. He says that, it's a long Hebrew name, so give me a second. He says that Shechemites were keeping a festival. Let me say that again. He says that Shechemites were keeping a festival. He says Dinah was Jacob's only daughter. He says she went into the city to see the finery of the women of that country. That is not just a paraphrase. That is an interpretation. It turns the daughters of the land into spectacle, into a public scene, into something that can be framed as curiosity and risk. The daughters are still not villains, but their presence becomes aesthetic, social, public, tempting. They are still a device, a way of explaining why a girl would leave home, and a way of making that movement feel dangerous. Jubilees, Ethiopian canon. The book of Jubilees retells, the goop of Jubilees. The book of Jubilees retells the Dinah story in a way that shifts emphasis. In Jubilees 30, Dinah is described as a child, 12 years old, and the story is framed as abduction and defilement. Jubilees does not linger on the daughters of the land. It does not expand them. It does not give them agency or blame. That matters. Because Jubilees is a text that loves purity, boundaries, and moral instruction. If the daughters of the land were the moral threat, this is exactly the kind of text that would have said so. Instead, it shifts attention to the violence and the boundary politics, not women's social contact, not women's social contact. This is a quiet contradiction of the victim blame frame. What is missing is the point. Across Midrash and extra biblical retellings, the daughters of the land stay faceless. Nobody tells us who they were. Nobody lets them speak. Nobody wonders what they saw. Nobody asks what Dinah hoped for. Nobody imagines sisterhood. They are used as a setting, a symbol, a warning, a mechanism. And that is the deeper pattern. Women are allowed to exist, but not to matter. I wasn't moving my head enough, so apparently I had to do a puzzle to prove I was live. Women are allowed to exist, but not to matter, not to bond, not to form a world with each other that men do not control. When Christian teaching takes up this story, it largely inherits the same anxiety. The daughters of the land remain unnamed. They remain silent. They remain undefined, but they are no longer neutral. In much of Christian interpretation, they become worldly women. Women outside the covenant, women outside proper influence, women who represent temptation, curiosity, and danger. Dinah's act of going out is treated as a moral lesson, a warning, a failure of protection, a lapse in modesty, a lack of discernment. The daughters of the land are rarely discussed directly. Instead, they function as the environment where something bad happens. Christian teaching often frames the story like this. If Dinah had stayed home, she would have been safe. If she had not gone out, this would not have happened. If she had not mixed with other women, the danger would have been avoided. That logic does not come from the text. It comes from the same instinct we saw earlier. Control the movement. Control the contact. Control the influence. And once again, the problem is not violence. The problem is women leaving the spaces men supervise. This is the same logic that later shows up in Christian instruction about women's behavior. Women are told not to speak, not to teach, not to lead, not to gather without oversight. Women are warned about other women, about bad influence, about dissatisfaction, about comparison. Because when women talk to women, they notice things. Yeah, some of you should know that. We share notes, okay? They notice imbalance. They notice hypocrisy. They notice abuse. They notice how much they are asked to carry. Christian teaching rarely asks why Dinah might have wanted the company of other women. It assumes that desire itself was the mistake. And so the daughters of the land become part of the familiar pattern. Women used as a cautionary backdrop. Women reduced to influence. Women blamed without ever being named. Silence was never about order. It was always about control. Again and again, scripture and tradition return to the same solution when women become inconvenient. Silence them. Women are told not to speak in church, not to teach, not to lead, not to question, not to correct. They are told to ask their husbands at home, to stay within approved channels, to keep their voices private. And we are usually told this about order, about peace, about respect, about not causing confusion. But that explanation only works if we never ask the obvious question. What were women saying? Because silence is never enforced unless speech is doing something dangerous. Women speaking to other women compare experiences. They notice patterns. They notice hypocrisy. They notice imbalance. They notice abuse. They notice who benefits. And once women begin saying those things out loud, authority feels threatened. So the problem is framed as disorder, as impropriety, as rebellion, as temptation, as influence, just like it was with the daughters of the land. Women talking to women is never treated as neutral. It is treated as something that must be managed, supervised, or shut down. Not because it leads to chaos, but because it leads to clarity. And this is why silence has always been enforced so aggressively. Because when women refuse it, things change. Just so you know, when I wrote this, it was Black History Month. So the next part, that's what it's going to tell you, okay? This is Black History Month. And it feels important to say plainly that some of the clearest examples of this come from Black women who refused to stay quiet when silence was demanded of them. Black women who spoke when the church told them not to, who spoke when movements told them to wait, who spoke when men told them their voices were disruptive, divisive, or out of order. Sojourner Truth refused to stay silent in spaces where Black women were expected to disappear. When she stood up and asked, "Ain't I a woman?" she exposed how both racism and sexism worked together to erase Black women's humanity. Her voice challenged men who wanted women quiet and movements that wanted Black women invisible. She spoke anyway. Ida B. Wells spoke openly about sexual violence, especially the lies used to justify lynching. She told the truth while silence would have been safer, and she paid for it with threats, exile, and danger. She understood that silence protected abusers, not victims, and she refused to participate in that protection. Fannie Lou Hamer told the truth about brutality, voter suppression, and terror in her own body and voice. When she testified about the violence she endured, she broke the expectation that Black women should suffer quietly. Her courage came from speaking plainly about what power wanted hidden. Ella Baker challenged male-centered leadership in civil rights movements and insisted that ordinary people, especially women, speak for themselves. She believed strong movements were built through shared voices, not charismatic men at the top. Her work reminded us that liberation grows when women organize together. Audre Lorde, I hope I'm saying her name right. Audre Lorde taught that silence is not safety. She named how fear keeps women quiet and how speaking, even imperfectly, is an act of survival. She understood that when women share language for their pain and their power, systems built in silence begin to crack. These women were not silent because silence was never neutral. Silence was always a demand made by people who benefited from it. And when Black women spoke anyway, the world shifted. Not because they were allowed to speak. Not because they were allowed to speak, but because they refused to stop. The fear did not stop in ancient texts. It became policy. It became advice. It became wisdom. Women are still warned about other women. Married women are told to be careful around single women. Women are told not to go out too much, not to complain, not to compare, not to listen to women who might make them dissatisfied. Isolation is framed as protection. Control is framed as love. Suspicion is framed as concern. A husband who discourages his wife from close friendships with other women is often described as protective. A church A church that limits women's voices is described as orderly. A system that keeps women busy, tired, isolated, and quiet is described as God's design. But the effect is always the same. Women are separated from one another. Women are denied language for what they are experiencing. Women are taught to believe their discomfort is personal instead of structural. Because when women talk to women, something shifts. They realize they are not alone. They realize the rules are not evenly applied. They realize the burden is not shared. They realize what they have been calling failure is actually survival. Let me say that again for you. They realize what they have been calling failure is actually survival. This is why women's friendships are treated with suspicion. This is why sisterhood is framed as dangerous. This is why going out is still treated as a problem. Not because women become reckless, not because women become aware, So let us return to the daughters of the land. Women who never spoke. Women who never acted. Women who never did anything wrong. The women who were still turned into a warning. They were not named. They were not described. They were not condemned by the text. They were simply there. Women living their lives. Women outside a patriarchal household. Women who existed in community with each other. And that was enough. That was enough for tradition to grow nervous, enough for interpretation to turn suspicious, enough for a neutral sentence to become a cautionary tale. The daughters of the land are never punished in the story, but they are never allowed to matter either. They exist as a reminder of what Dina was not supposed to want: connection, companionship, sisterhood. And for centuries, the story has been used to teach women the same lesson. Do not go out. Do not gather. Do not talk too much. Do not listen to other women. Do not compare notes. Do not realize you are not alone. Because once women begin to find each other, the silence breaks. And when the silence breaks, the system is exposed. So today we refuse the warning. We refuse to turn the daughters of the land into a threat. We refuse to treat sisterhood as dangerous. We refuse to believe that women finding each other leads to ruin. Instead, we tell the truth. Women talking to women has always been the beginning of clarity. Women gathering has always been the beginning of change. Women refusing silence has always been the beginning of liberation. The daughters of the land were never the problem. They were possibility. And we are still going out to find each other. And I am glad you found me. But now I want you to find more women. I want you to go out to the daughters of the land. Go look at my following list. Find 10 women there that you are not following and go follow them. I love smart, funny, courageous women. If you like my content, I think you do too. They told us the daughters of the land were dangerous. They gave us no evidence. We are the daughters of the land, and we should talk, and we should share stories, and we should learn from each other. And if you are not following me yet, now would be a great time to remedy that. Never let them shut you up. And that's today's Auntie Sermon. Okay. So now I can turn this back on and turn this off. Okay, there we go. I thought that was a very apropos one for today, and it was actually the real one for today. Where'd Schley go? Oh my goodness. I'm all alone up here. Thank you so much, everybody. Where did my chat go? I want my chat back. Why is it a performance thing up there now? I don't know where my chat went. Here she is. Here's Schley. Okay, now my chat is back.
Crystal, your box is so slippery.
What do you mean?
I slipped away. I was
Oh, you
tapping.
did?
My tappies betrayed me.
I think that's your
oh my
box.
gosh. It was my box. Yeah, something is slippery. Anyways, the today's sermon was so fitting. So fitting.
Wasn't it?
Very, very
I didn't
empowering.
plan it. Did not plan that.
And you know what? We had some friends in here earlier that were talking about how they're so discouraged to find out things and whatever going on, and that they were going to leave or whatnot. And I was like, this is perfect because we don't leave. We don't shut up. We don't let all of this. Yeah, we don't let all of this keep us isolated.
When women gather, we get clarity, Schley.
That's right. And we've learned that even more this week, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We really have. We hold the power and we need to quit pretending like we don't. It's very important. And I still want a word, in case you're out there and you're listening right now, I need a word for this group of people. This group of people includes women, non-binary, and trans men and women. We need a word for that group right there. And the reason we need a word for that group right there is because while patriarchy harms everybody, every single person, it targets that group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need a word for that group of people. Okay. So y'all
Let's get creative.
Get creative. Start thinking about that. Welcome back to the show, J.A. and welcome here, Mother of Prep. Good to see you both. What are on your minds?
I said this in the comments, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this too. And I wanted to say this to anyone who may need to hear it, especially with the whole patriarchal demanding society that we have and how much that sucks. We lose ourselves a lot. We get caught up in all these other labels like wife, mother, spouse, whatever be it. And we lose ourselves.
Yep.
So find yourself too. Find happiness. And
Absolutely.
don't let that depend on anyone but you.
Absolutely. But I encourage you though to find friends that are women, because they're going to want you to be their best. They're going to encourage you to be your best. And they want to too. So you can often when you have a friend group like that, you're going to encourage each other. You might be having some goals yourself that are different than your friends, but you'll be encouragement for each other.
Exactly. It's all about growth. And I love that in our community among women and non-binary folks and people who, feel comfortable in spaces with us because it means that they have those same goals. And we might, like you said, we might have completely different life paths, but at the end of the day, we respect each other and we deeply just want the best for each other. And I love
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
I just want to add to that, to what Jay just said about how, finding ourselves. I think so much time we live as what's expected of us and not like who we are as people,
Yeah.
because that's pushed away. And then we don't know who we are outside of the roles that we're expected to play. And we just perform that. But,
As
and then
women, we're taught those roles young too. When you think about how little girls are given kitchen and cooking and cleaning toys and baby toys, and men are given trucks and building blocks, what are you talking about? Do you think that men don't need to learn how to clean and cook and take care of a baby? What the fuck? What are you talking about? But if you give a little boy those toys, they're like, oh, you're trying to make him be a man, a girly boy or something. What are you talking about? Is not raising children both parents' responsibilities? Shouldn't little boys also play with those same toys? There's been studies done too that show that little girls start playing and doing organizational games and stuff where they're organizing people. I don't mean just organizing their toys, but they're organizing entitled, little things where they'll be like, okay, you're going to be this and I'm going to be this. And they organize their gameplay and stuff because they are better at leadership.
Leaders. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I used to do that all the time. And my dad, he was a teacher at my school. And so he's like, oh yeah, she always used to have all of her friends being in her plays and, she would be directing. It was encouraged. And, it's interesting because, my dad also is kind of like a patriarchal person, but didn't like so much push like, oh, I need to be somebody's wife. And, like he was always making sure that I was in the right classes, that I got educated and put my education above like that of my brothers, whereas he put them more in sports. Not that that has its own issues too, but like
Yeah.
it's just like it sometimes perplexes me because it's like, wow, I grew up with a father who was kind of like, had his misogynist tendencies, but didn't raise me to be like someone who is held back. And I just look at the societal features of that. Because then also they bought my little brother a doll. He had a My Buddy doll. And we used to play with that and my Cabbage Patch Kid, and that we would do like plays together with
Yeah.
our toys. And now he's a single father raising, with full custody of his kids. Like, so I mean, there are some, but he also isn't perfect. But I wanted to also just say how much what your sermon did, how important it is for women to talk to one another, because a lot of the things that we learn in patriarchal societies, whether it's through our church or through our household or even in the media, is how to, tolerate abuse. And that's one
Yes.
of the best ways to do it, is to demonize speaking to one another. Because when I'm now listening to other women share their stories, I'm like, it sounds different than just me having it go through my own head and my own experience. When you are just dealing with it, it doesn't seem that bad. It seems normal. But when you hear another person say it, it's like you can see how crazy it sounds. And that's weird. But while you're dealing with the same exact thing, it feels normal. And
Yeah.
and hearing other people say it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not normal. I can't
Yeah.
believe I was tolerating that. Like it helps you, like you said, share stories
It
like that.
does.
Just really like makes you realize, we can have a better life if
Do you
we
know
just like opened up. Yeah.
It's true. Do you know how many women have been abused but didn't think they were being abused because they didn't know what abuse was, because
Yeah.
they're not allowed to talk to other women? Like when I was being abused, I said, he's never hit me, so I'm not abused. He hasn't
Right.
hit me. He has, however, put his hands around my throat and held me up against the wall, but he didn't hit me, so I wasn't abused. He has, however, taken objects, picked them up and threw them at me, but I didn't think I was abused. I wasn't abused in my mind until the day he wrapped those hands around me and then tried to end me. Then I was like, oh shit, I'm
I'm so glad
abused.
you got out of that too, because they say that
Yeah.
that's a high risk factor, like just like unaliving, I don't know if we can say it, like putting the asphyxiation where it
Yeah.
doesn't end in unalivement, like that's a sign of future unalivement. And so I'm glad that that didn't end that way for you. And, they say that that's like one of the number one indicators of that outcome. So
It
I'm glad
is.
of that. And
That
I
gave me
agree.
that gave me
I mean, like,
chills, Crystal. I'm so sorry. No one deserves that. No one, like that, to think of that, like doing that, I could never.
I
To my children, to my spouse, to friends, to a stranger, like unless they
it's
are
the worst
coming
way to
at
do
me
it.
like that. Yeah. Like I
Because
will
you're like
never
up close
understand
and
that.
personal, like with the person. It's a very intimate position, and to like literally squeeze the life out of somebody,
Right.
it's like to do something like that. Um, it's really just terrible.
That's
But I
beyond
used to
real.
teach domestic violence awareness to nurses, and even in doing that and learning the different types, physical, psychological, emotional, I still didn't see it in my own life until I heard other people talking about it. I went through like several weeks of therapy before I was able to really see it. And I was like, and it literally was like textbook when I evaluate the things that happen. I'm like, how is this not something that struck me? So I just wanted to thank you for doing your sermon because these kinds of talks are very important. And I think it opens up a lot of our minds to different things that we don't have to tolerate.
Absolutely. And just so everybody knows, it was many years ago. It was not Doug. Doug is a good man. He would not do that. Okay. But he's also no longer with us. So I feel like I won in the game of life because, he's fucking dead and I'm alive.
Wow.
You did.
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
I think also having a woman community and like your type of community, it also helps break down those type of walls that men and society kind of perpetuate between us. Like be secure or be insecure about this, or comparing you to this person or that person to this person or whatever. Comparison is the thief of joy. And whenever we just talk to that person, it's like, oh no, you're just a regular person like me, and we both like pink eyeshadow, and we both like lip gloss, and we both like our nails, and like we both like things like that. And it's just very humanizing, instead of being so, I don't know how to like even name it besides separationists, like separational, I guess.
It's the isolation. Yeah. Not talking and not comparing stories like what Mother of Prep was saying, which I so appreciate. Mother of Prep. If you don't follow Mother of Prep, please follow the panel, follow Crystal.
The people up here, everybody follow. I told you to follow 10 people right off my list. Here's some of them right here. Get your say hi to a neighbor in chat right now, and if it's a woman, follow her right now. And that's what I just want y'all to follow these beautiful, intelligent, creative, talented. We have so many amazing women in this community, and you should follow all of them. Oh, that's so cool. That was so cool. Now.
It even had ears.
Yeah, that was really cool. I want one in real life now.
Right?
Hi, Vibrating Sky. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys, there's a gentleman. That's using that term loosely, by the way, in the queue, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys if you want me to bring him up or not, because we're in control, right? It's the women in control this morning. So his name is. No degree required.
I knew it was going to be no degree.
Definitely not.
No degree, you've been voted off the island. I'm sorry.
No degree has been just wanting to get back up here for weeks now since the last time we lambasted him. Is that the word?
I like it. It is the word now. If it wasn't before, it is now.
No degree. We gave you homework, sweetie pie. You still have homework to do.
I think honestly, I might be one of the only women in this community, like in the atheist community, who's semi-decent to no degree. And it's for no other reason than I don't want to feel guilty,
I've said this before, and I will say this again. There is one redeeming quality about no degree. No matter what you say about no degree, there is one redeeming quality. The fact that this man keeps trying to show us that God doesn't like slavery means that no degree doesn't like slavery. He doesn't agree with it. And that's why he fights so hard to try to prove to us that his God doesn't like it. And that's actually better than a lot of Christian men, because there's a lot of Christian men that would bring slavery back today if they could.
Right. That's a quality that would make a probably good atheist no degree. Think about it.
I'm
Try
just
atheism.
Saying. It's factually amazing.
Justifying it. He just denies it.
I will give him one other redeeming quality.
Like one step up.
He's persistent, but in a way that's not belligerent. right? Like he requests up. If you deny it, he doesn't go in the comments cursing and, oh, girl, I was trying to help you. And you just, you know what? Never mind. I take it back. There, just that one. No, I take it back.
He just walked straight into the point.
He really did. I was trying to help you, homie, and you just...
No, but he'll never disappoint. Vibrating Sky, welcome to the show. What's on your mind?
Hi, Crystal. You know what? I just wanted to tell a story, and I heard people kind of telling their little stories here and there or whatever, but I just popped in. I'm really pissed off right now because I had a major surgery, hysterectomy, whatever.
Oh.
And it was wonderful, amazing. Per everybody I spoke to, oh, your life is going to be so amazing and you're going to feel so much better and everything is great. Don't worry about it. But I'm the person who is, if it could possibly happen, it's going to happen to me. So I, printed the will, printed the insurance. I was so scared, right? Everybody in my life that surrounds me are prayer warriors, as they have called themselves. Everybody is like, we're gonna pray about it. We're gonna pray. Your God is gonna be with you, and the thing, and I'm just sitting here like kind of rolling my eyes, like whatever. Just manifest. Everything's gonna go well, right? Everything that could go wrong went wrong. What happened to all these prayer warriors that prayed for me that everything was gonna be okay, and it wasn't? I had to have 2 emergency surgeries.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, during the hysterectomy, and then another one after the hysterectomy, an emergency surgery. So if God was really in the midst...
This sucks because I might have to have a hysterectomy, and I'm not saying you're scaring me, but you're kind of scary.
No,
Yeah, I'm
let
so
me tell
sorry
you
that
something.
that happened.
If you tell me that your pinky finger hurts, I'm going to suggest you get a hysterectomy. I would go through it all over again. I feel amazing.
Okay.
But they accidentally, ruptured my bladder. So I had to have, a catheter for 3 weeks. And then that blew up. So I had to go back. It's crazy.
Oh,
it was crazy.
God.
But had they just not had that little accident, my
would've been
hysterectomy,
okay.
I feel no pain. I feel wonderful. Everything is great now. I'm healed now. But I'm really pissed off because from the doctor to my friends, to my children, to my neighbors, everybody is like, oh, God this and God that. And I'm thinking, did God really want me to have a tube up my crotch for a whole month? And you know what I'm saying? like what? Where was he? He wasn't there.
And they all prayed really hard. They probably never saw the study that says if you pray for somebody and they know you're praying for them, they actually might do worse because of it. So don't tell people you're praying for them. Okay.
Yeah, because the expectation, you expect it to work, and so you might miss something, or
That's exactly right. I know too many people who have foregone seeing a doctor for situations and have been in a worse situation because they didn't seek science. They were seeking the blood of Jesus, the blessed oil, and the dipping in the water, and the prayers. It didn't go well. So I just wanted to tell you that. I'm wonderful, though. I feel amazing. Go get a hysterectomy. It's the best.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
would have
glad
looked
that
down.
you feel better now. And
I would have looked down
did.
and looked back at them straight in their face and said, prayers didn't work, honey. I still have a tube between my legs and it shouldn't be there.
But then they'll just blame her for it somehow.
Yeah, they always
There's
find a
always an
way.
answer for whether
Because
it
I
works or
didn't have
not.
the faith.
You didn't have enough faith. You had faith. It wasn't
Even
enough.
if you had the faith, it's just they'll still blame you.
They will.
Well, what did you do? Well, what was it? Like they're never
didn't
going to
pray
look at
hard enough,
the absence of power.
Yeah.
Before I had the surgery, I told my doctor, I grabbed her hands. I love her. And I said, I want you to know I am deconstructing from Christianity actively. And I need you to know that I chose you because of your credentials. My life is in your hands. I'm depending on you. And she stopped talking about God.
Oh, that's
wow.
So,
I like
but
You
that.
that's
said
all.
she stopped.
I just wanted to share that. Please go get it if you want to know anything. If just message me, I'll
It's
give
not.
you all the good
It's
info.
not optional. I just had a hysteroscopy. They're just making sure that I don't have cancer. If you know, people who have any kind of cancer are more likely to have cancer again in the future. I had malignant melanoma in 2018, and so they just want to make sure, because of some things that have been happening, that I don't have uterine cancer. So if I do, they'll do a full hysterectomy and I should be fine. But yeah, I'm recovering from a hysteroscopy from this week. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
That
My God,
could
as a
be
black
painful, too.
woman.
I
And
really hope
still standing
everything
Good to
on
see
goes
you.
business,
well.
Crystal, might I add that you are still standing on business, like literally walking out of surgery dealing with men's shit. Okay. Okay.
That's true. That is
Handling
true.
it. So,
That
hey,
is
vibrating,
true.
can I ask you a quick question? You don't have to answer, but I'm just curious how long you've been deconstructing.
Since I want to say it's 2022,
Okay. Okay.
and I have a long way to go. I'm where I need to be, but I need more information to be able to repeat. Everybody is calling me. It's crazy. Why I have a change of heart and why I helped indoctrinate them. I need to find the language and the word and get the education. But I'm done. If he came to my door right now, I'd be like, sit down, right the F now. We gotta talk.
We got
Hey,
some
first of
talking
all,
to do.
now that I know you're real, I think you suck. Like that's gonna be what comes out of my mouth.
Right. Exactly.
My first
Well, good
question.
for you.
My first question would be, what the hell is wrong with you? Where the fuck you been? Why? What the hell is going on? Why did you do this? There'd be so many questions.
I don't
So
know
many.
that I just wouldn't believe he was. I would just be like, you're like, I wouldn't believe him. There's just been too many people who think they're Jesus. Since Jesus, Jesus thought he was Jesus and he wasn't Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just would be like, yeah, okay, buddy, have a nice day. Okay, get off my property or I'm calling the cops. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
I
get
was
you
like, you know what's on
a
my mind.
5150.
Yeah,
Check you out.
that's where I would be. But I certainly, if there was some way where this specific God said, oh, yeah, I really am that God, that's really me, and all that's true, I would be like, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want anything to do with you. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't care if you torture me for an eternity because I won't have any say in it anyway. What do you, like, what can I do, right? I can't, what would I be able to do? But I'm not fucking worshiping you. And people who go, every knee shall bow. Well, then you don't believe in free will. Then if eventually I am going to be forced to bow to your God, then I never had free will. You can't say free will up until this point.
Right.
Agreed.
And that whole idea is just weird anyway. It's
It
like the
is.
whole idea of worship is why one of the reasons why I deconstructed in the first place. Because I'm like, what kind of a God needs worship? Like, has that, like, that
Exactly.
sounds like a needy, like, insecure person needing validation.
It's
Like, that's not
so
a need that
needy.
a powerful person has. So, like, if that's the case, that you're further reinforcing my, like, non-belief. I'm like, that's not even a thing. Like,
That's
worshiping as
basically
a necessity.
that's basically what kind of broke me as well. And then what even made it even like more solidified in my brain was, if you've ever seen Attack on Titans, the anime, they have gods and little humans. To me, that would be what God would have to be like in order to be real. And I don't see people coming from the sky and eating humans and stomping over cities. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see that. And so it's hard for me to say, oh, yeah, I believe in something that I've never seen, I've never heard, never smelled, never witnessed, I've never had a tinkle, never had anything happen.
I'm going to tell you, I thought I spoke to God. I thought I saw miracles. And when people go, hey, did you ever, have a miracle? I had things that I thought were miracles, but I also was indoctrinated, right? And so I also was not taught to critically think. You're not critically thinking if you're a Christian. It's not, there's no critical thought in your mind. I'm sorry if nobody's ever told you that before, but there's no
not.
critical thought there because you believe a fucking snake talked, and that's not critically thinking. Okay. But,
You believe
know-
a snake talked to a rib woman.
right. And so I did believe in the miracles. I definitely believed that God talked to me. What I didn't know, though, was a few things. One, I didn't know that there were some of us who have a narrator constantly in our head.
Right.
I do. That's not God. That's me. That's my narration going constantly. By the way, it never shuts the fuck up. I wish it would. Okay. But
Same.
that's me. Okay. And so, part of that during my deconstruction, my son, before I deconstructed, but I think I was already feeling like I was starting to not believe anymore, right? And my son came to me, told me he wasn't a Christian and everything, and I broke down, because I was a Christian mom. So I thought he was going to hell and I was going to heaven. We wouldn't be together. So, I freaked out a bit, right? So I cried and cried. And then I said, but what about all the miracles? Like, what about when I prayed over you and Jesus gave me a word? And then I was like, oh my God, you think that, you think I have an imaginary friend. And suddenly it just dawned on me, and he said, no, Mom, I think that you're a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for. And I think that you gave credit to God for the things that you were telling me.
Huge W, kiddo.
I love that. That's
Yeah,
so
he's pretty
sweet.
amazing.
Crystal,
He's
can I
pretty
just say
cool.
something to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really quick, this is so important, and I don't want to take over anybody's live, but
That's
I've been wanting to come up and ask this question so bad. Okay? This is what has me stuck about what I need to know.
Okay.
So, and this is going to sound super crazy. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it for what it is.
That's okay.
So, when my mother was passing from cancer, she was in hospice, and I'm the baby. I was super attached to her. And when she was laying there asleep, medicated, because they were saying 3 days at that time, whatever, my mother in my mind came in my brain and was talking to me. I was sitting next to her and I'm like, Mom, you're freaking me out. Now I'm having this conversation with her in my head. Like, Mom, what are you doing? You're freaking me out. I'm going to have to go commit myself when you leave. She's like, don't freak out. It's okay. It's me. You're spiritual. This is me. She's like, I'm okay. And yada, 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 yada. She said, watch. She said, look out the window. I looked out her window that faced the balcony and a bird landed on the fence. And she said, I'm going to fly. And the bird took off. This sounds so crazy now. The bird took off and started flying around the air and circled I could hear my mother in my head saying, wee, I'm finally able to fly. Oh my God.
I love
It's so
that.
beautiful. I'm
I
so
love that.
happy. Don't be sad. And I'm like freaking out. And she's like, okay, I'm coming back. And the bird came back and landed on the fence. Okay. Half an hour later or so, I felt my mother in my body again. Okay. And she's like, I need you to go upstairs. I can't walk. I got to go see the girls. I'm like, Mom, please don't make me go crazy. I'm literally talking to her in my head. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It is what it is. So in my mind, my mother was in my body. I went upstairs. I leaned over my sisters, touched them as if it was my mother using my body. And then my sister woke up. She's like, are you okay? What's going on? I was like, be quiet. Don't talk. This is your mom. This is me talking to my sister. I'm like, this is your mother. I know this is crazy, but you have to believe me. And I told her, and you will cry, fish now. Don't forget this. And I remember grabbing my sister's arms and like pulling her, telling her, please don't forget this. And then we walked back down. My mother supposedly went back in her body, and I sat there. And then me and my sister had this conversation about me needing to go get medical attention, obviously. However, the part that screws me up is that My mother took me and my sisters fishing once a year for 12 years. And my mother passed away on the very day that we go up fishing every year, the last Friday of September. And that's when she left. And so when she was telling my sister, and you will cry, fish now, that was like a way of saying, I want you to know this is the day I'm going to leave. Does that make sense?
Wow, that must have felt really, really meaningful to you, and how special that you had that experience. I just want to offer something that this is not uncommon. This is something that can be explained naturally by science. Our brains are incredible. And the more that you learn, there's so much to be learned and discovered about neuroscience, but I would encourage you to look into brain chemistry, neurotransmitters, and the things that our brains do to protect us during especially difficult times such as grief and losing a loved one. I would just encourage you to be careful to attribute like magic or God to things that can be explained and understood through science and psychology.
That's what I need to understand, because that's what makes me think that there has to be something, because there's no way that that didn't happen. And my sister can vouch for it happening, you know?
Right.
Another thing.
And here's the thing. I don't want to ever take away somebody else's experience. When my sister died, when I was like 12 years old when my sister died. I had an experience very similar. She came, she got me, we went and did things together, and she told me she was okay. And it felt very real. It felt very fucking real. I told everybody about it, you know. It wasn't exactly, she didn't take over my body or fly away like a bird, but you know, like she did come and get me, and we spent time together. But I can't take away your experience. What I can tell you is that in my life, in my whole life, and in the history of ever, whenever we have looked for the reason for something that happens and we find the answer, we find it through science, and there are natural explanations as to why it happens. What we have never done is look for the answer and actually found a supernatural explanation. So just because we don't know why doesn't mean it's supernatural. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I need to figure that out. I just know, and I'll be quiet after this. I just want
I very much enjoying the conversation, but and the thing is, I don't need to know. For me, I don't need to know what that was when my sister Linda came and got me and we spent time together. What I do know was that it comforted me and I needed a comfort. So if it was supernatural, okay, I still don't believe it was the God, and it sure the fuck wasn't the God of this Bible, because he doesn't do shit like that. He don't care about me, okay? But if it was something supernatural or something like that, okay, I'll probably never know in my lifetime. It's not going to change my life. It is not this God. It's not this God. He didn't do that.
Well, the one thing that I can say for certain is that when I took responsibility for my own sadness and issues in my life and stopped praying about it and waiting for the answer, that's when my life changed, and I feel amazing, and everything is wonderful in my life now that I don't just sit back and wait on him to fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
you.
Yeah.
That's very empowering.
J.A., you wanted to say something. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oddly enough, my stepfather, who is a preacher, broke me of any type of belief. I think probably before I even got the chance to start believing, because whenever I brought up my like internal monologue, kind of like we're talking about, he was like, no, that's not God, that's you, that's your thoughts. And I like ever since then I was like, oh, okay, so there's, you know, if I'm not hearing it, it's not someone talking to me. I don't know. I was just very literal, and I don't think I grew out of that really. Whenever I look at real life. Because why would I? Like, why would I imagine something that isn't there if it's not there?
Hey, if you're over on YouTube, I'm sorry I don't have a way for you to call in yet. But if you everybody in the listening vicinity would go follow I am CrystalJae over on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. And then if you get a chance, go listen to my podcast, Auntie Sermons, AUNTIE. I'm going chronologically, methodically through the Bible and giving a sermon for every girl or girls, woman or women, named or unnamed. And so we can finally hear about the women in the Bible, because I'm sick of fucking hearing about those awful men from that story. So we want to hear about the women. And and we want to know why were they written in, since you didn't give them fucking names. Okay. So we want to learn about them. And if you want to learn about them, go check out Auntie Sermons. It's really, really good. I mean, I think so, and if you play through some of my playlists and stuff, y'all could help me get the 3,000 watch hours. I'm so close. I'm like 2,400. I have everything else to reach the goal of being monetized over on YouTube. And so you guys can help me reach that goal. And eventually I have, Joel Reed's Bible is a friend of mine, and he's going to help me get calls over on the YouTube there. But until then, if you want to talk about how God never hate women, he hate only the sin, come over here to TikTok, okay? I'm on TikTok. I am CrystalJae, CrystalJae, and I'd be glad to tell you how you're wrong. The God of this Bible definitely hated women and yeast. He's not into yeast.
No
I think
more
it's 'cause
yeast.
yeah, no yeast. He does, however, likes the tips of penises and the smell of burnt flesh. Those are pleasing things for him. So, if you want to know how to please your God, cut off the tip of your dick and burn some flesh. You'll be right in the
Burn flesh and hate women.
Yeah, I hate women too.
That's the key fact.
What a
You gotta
perfect
hate
way
women.
to spend your day.
Listen to the dumbest question I just got. You guys, I can't believe
Oh God.
The question says, which women aren't mentioned by name? Let me name those for you. What?
Are we supposed to just
He didn't think
come
that
up
out.
with their names?
I don't think he thought that question through.
Why is it always a male asking things like that? Like,
It's
I bet you can't even tell us their names, Crystal.
yes. So, just so you guys know, the statistic here is that I'm quoting is that 95% of all names in the Bible are men names. They are for men. So only 5% of the names in the Bible are women. Let us not forget that the women of the ark are not named. Let us not forget, which I just learned this. Thank you, Mama Bash, who taught me it through Jasmine. Have you guys watched the Jasmine versus 20 Christians yet? Because if you haven't, you got to. It is
I
so
need
good.
to.
So good. Anyway, I put it on 2-speed because, I like to through it, but it was so good. And she pointed out, and I have done a sermon on Eve. I've done 2 sermons on Eve, actually, and I did not know this. But she pointed out that Eve didn't even get a name until after they ate the fruit.
Oh, right, because she was just helpmate.
Isn't that crazy? So women just are afterthoughts. Okay. Well, actually, as you listen to Auntie Sermons, you can learn in each sermon why the woman was being used in that. Their cautionary tales. They needed a warm body. They needed to cut up a concubine. They needed to burn a witch. That's why women are used in the Bible. It's not you. They'll go, hey, well, what about Ruth and Esther and Deborah? Okay, what? So I get a couple? What are you talking about?
But keep going.
I just want you guys, I think Nick said this before. I just want all of you in listening in range here. So turn your volume up if you've got other people that you want to hear this right now so they can hear it too. There is no man on earth that would worship this God and worship this book if the roles were reversed and the God was a woman and there were less than 5% of the names were men's, and if they had to be submissive to us, no man on earth would buy into this religion.
No, Crystal, the thing is like in the Bible, women get one of two roles: demonized or concubine slash wife slash some type of birth giver. That's it.
There's a few other roles. You have to listen to Auntie Sermons, though, to learn about them. But there's a few other roles.
You do have to listen, and you do have to tune in to Auntie Sermons and
Yeah.
really learn.
Because we get used as the cautionary tale, the incubator wife. We get used as the woman who's supposed to come in and fix the problem with the man. There's that one too. Y'all have been in a relationship like that. You know what I'm talking about. You are supposed to be the one who's going to make him settle down, be a good guy,
The
right?
one at fault for the fall of man.
Mm-hmm.
That's when a woman.
You guys, thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to be live for just about 1 hour more, about 45 minutes actually. If there's any believers in the chat who want to come up and talk, I can change the topic too, because I have special powers now. You want to see another topic? You guys let me know.
Ooh, Crystal, you so fancy. Everyone make sure
not
you're
that one.
tapping the screen and sharing out the live as well. If you would hit that repost button and share it to your stories, let's get some more Christians in here for some conversation.
Crystal,
I'm
Mary?
going to hop down. I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us is a little bit intimidating.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate
Thanks
all
for
of
having
you.
me, Crystal.
Crystal, just know, I mean, I've been out of work since June 24th, but I promise as soon as I just went back yesterday, Sunday, so I'm gonna do all the things. You're gonna get all the gifts. I'm gonna do all the subscription. I'm gonna do everything. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
I
right,
so
honey.
much appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful recovery. It was so nice talking to you again. It was good to see you.
You too.
It was
All right, everybody,
lovely
have a good
meeting
one.
you.
Good meeting you too. Thank you, everybody, for gifting. I appreciate you all. Have a good day.
Happy recovery.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's my yapper over on YouTube. He said, which women aren't mentioned by name? Okay, that was the one who said that. Burnt flesh, isn't that what you do when you have a barbecue? Yeah, your God is into burnt flesh, but guess what? He actually doesn't mind a little human flesh too, sir. You need to read your Bible. He's not just talking about pigs and bulls, okay? I've significantly thought about it more than you ever will. He has thought about this more than I ever will. How old are you? How old are you? Because I fucking don't think you're older than me.
Oh man, I wish they could request up because the audacity, like,
isn't that crazy?
And those are the ones that are guaranteed to know absolutely no things.
He said I just debunked myself a little bit earlier, and there was nothing I said that debunked myself, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Just because there are a few women named in the Bible doesn't mean this God loves us. And to the young lady in the TikTok chat who said Mary, which Mary, honey? They were so fucking hateful of women that when they couldn't think of a new woman's character name, they just named her Mary again because they didn't give a fuck what our names were in that book, okay? So they're like, hey, what do you want to call this character over here? The mother of Jesus, what should we call her? Let's call her Mary. I think that's a really good name. All right, I got it. Hey, we're going to have this woman come from Magdalene. Like, what do you want to call her? Well, what did we call the other lady? Mary. Oh, you know what? Mary sounds good. Let's call her Mary again. Okay. And then we have a third one.
We've got some men's that need their feet washing. I guess we should have a woman do it. I guess she should have a name. Let's just call her Mary.
It is so obvious that this is men writing women characters. And if you guys have never gone to that subreddit, you should. It is hilarious. Men do not know how to write women characters. That's why they can't come up with new names. And that's why they didn't come up with any names pretty much in the whole Bible. So. What a weird. Do you want to hear the misogynistic question he just asked me?
Go for it. Let's hear it.
Y'all, I think that y'all should just start gifting the shit out of me after you hear how stupid and misogynistic this question is. He said, quick question. Good, how good's your driving?
What? Hey girl, how good your driving is.
He said he's in his 30s. Dude, I have been a Christian. I was a Christian longer than you've ever been alive, almost twice your lifetime. When I was a Christian, I was a Bible study teacher, a Sunday school teacher, a youth pastor. And now I'm the host of Auntie Sermons, the podcast. I go live 3 times a week right now. I think I'm going to be upping that pretty soon. So don't tell me you know more about the Bible than me. Dude, you couldn't hand a candle to what I know about the Bible compared to you. You probably haven't never won a sword fight in your life. You know, I kind of miss Ghost. Don't you miss Ghost? Now that I said that.
Wait, do I remember? Is that
the one who does the sword fight? She put the Bible on her head.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been so long. What happened to them?
I don't know. Are they them? Because I don't want to misgender them. If they're they them, I want to make sure I say that. But
I'm not
sure. I'm going to say they them out of respect because they might be. But I don't know. I see them every once in a while in the chat now and then. Okay. I just want to make sure. I don't want to be disrespectful. Okay.
Ghost of Christians Past. Yes, that was it. Oh my gosh. She was wicked smart with the Bible too, by the way. Like, oh wow. I missed that. You're right. Okay, wait, Crystal, did you see KB's comment? Because I'm going to need you to scroll up and read that.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, what did KB say? Wait, how far? Okay, parallel park over his carcass.
Oh, perfect.
That's awesome.
Oh, I got you vibrating, Sky. It's because I'm on private because the men's be creepy. So I will, when I'm done, I will accept you.
They be creepy. So the same. Let me go to Bad Bible Hub and find a word real quick. You guys, if you don't know, there's a really great biblical resource. It's called badbiblehub.com. Okay. And if you go to Bad Bible Hub, you can look up things. Like, it's just really, really a really good resource. Like, I would put it up there with biblehub.com, but I would say it's better actually. And then you go to / like whiteboard and you go, oh, where's my /
Are you doing an insult?
Yeah, look at the whiteboard. Looks great today.
I'm afraid of the whiteboard. It's been wild lately.
Listen, you skin flute. He said, how significant is the woman contribution to artificial intelligence? And I don't know why that would be the measuring stick for how significant women are, but let me give you a little list of how significant women are in general, okay? Ada Lovelace wrote what is widely considered the first computer algorithm in the 1840s, bitch. Grace Hopper, computer programmer, pioneer, helped develop COBOL and popularize machine-independent programming languages, bitch. Hedy Lamarr co-invented frequency hopping technology that contributed to later wireless communications, bitch. I'm going to say that every time. Katherine Johnson, NASA mathematician whose orbital calculations were crucial to early U.S. spaceflight. Dorothy Vaughan, NASA mathematician and programmer, became an expert in Fortran and led computing teams. Mary Jackson, NASA's first black female engineer. Margaret Hamilton led the team that developed the onboard flight software for NASA's Apollo mission. Annie Easley, NASA computer scientist and mathematician who worked on rocket systems and energy technologies. The list goes on. Sir, women kick your fucking ass every day. You wouldn't be able to handle what these women would be able to do. You've got nothing. What have you done, sir? What the fuck have you invented? What have you done? Nothing. He said fake news. What, you're 30 and you're saying fake news? You sound like a fucking I'm sorry. I gotta go back to it. You sound like a fucking galumpus. What the
A Columbus. Matt, I'm pretty sure there are sites where you can find that service, bud.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not going to compare it to all the male contributions because men would not allow women to work in the fields that you are claiming victory over. And men stole accolades from women, from their wives, from their mothers, from their sisters, and from their partners in work. So, no, I won't, because the history isn't telling the truth about what women have contributed. You're just a fucking loser who... I'm sorry. That is a really boring... Who put silly in there?
It was supposed to say silly goose.
I like that. I do like that one. Okay.
I'm positive it's supposed to say silly goose.
You
But there's
joke
some
of a
nasty
human.
ones. I'm pretty sure I put meat suit in there too. Well, I didn't put, Mezzo put, but I suggested.
It's funny. Now he's calling me a secretary. Listen, little man who's down in chat and not the one who's on camera. You are just an extra in this show right now. You're not the star. It's me.
Well, why is he being so cowardly and staying over there? He knows where to find us and talk to us over here.
Because he couldn't actually beat us in a fucking conversation. Like Schley, that he's already heard how intelligent we are, and he already saw that we know like the Bible and stuff. He's definitely going to stay over there now.
I'm going to say, you know the Bible. Schley just has some sass, okay?
And I do love this sass. Oh, thank you, Sherry. That's very sweet. Hey, Matt. Good to see you.
It does. Like when it's a serious moment, like calling somebody, I think I called G Tweet a goofy goober earlier. I'm pretty sure that's fine. You know?
Yeah, I don't know why that twat over there, why that twat over there won't join us, but you know, whatever. He's good for my algorithm. He's engaging. He's participating. So we love that.
Crystal, should we talk about free will?
Oh, we could talk. Somebody would come up if we did that one day.
Well, it matches the theme because we can talk about whatever's on our mind, right?
That's true.
Like, free will doesn't exist.
It's true. Free will does not exist. He said, why are men so misogynistic? Like they cannot hold their misogyny in if they had to, right? So now he's saying, calm down, lady. I'm not even fucking upset. What the fuck are you talking about, you weirdo?
He clearly has not been here before.
You're a puzzle missing most of the pieces, dude. And twats are good. You're right, Matt.
Twats are good. Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing. When people call, you know how they're like, "Oh, you're such a," can I say pussy?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, why don't we call them ball sack? Because ball sacks are so much more sensitive and fragile and smelly and sweaty and gross. You know, like Vaginas, pussies are strong as fuck. They
We should
literally
also add
birth
smegma to our insult list.
Wait, I don't know if I know what that means.
I don't know if I know.
Just saying things.
I think I know what it means, but I could be wrong about what I think I know what it means.
Who said that? Who is saying that?
I don't
Somebody
know.
was using that word.
But I think it's the smelly shit on your balls is what I think it is.
Oh God,
I could be wrong.
That is putrid. That is putrid. Ew.
Yeah, right. He he literally said this. Who wants to listen to a bunch of wienerless meanies? So he has just admitted that he actually only likes to listen to human beings that have wieners. So
I mean, it tracks. That tracks. Like, you know.
that's probably, I don't know. And then he said, I'm glad we can all have a good laugh about it. Honey, we're laughing at you, not with you. I'm sorry. Did you think you were in on the laughter? You're not.
The jokes aren't for you, bitch.
Bitch. It's gunk from the inside of the foreskin.
Is that for real what it is? I feel like I should have known that. I feel like I should have known that. Is that for real what it is?
It really is.
Gross. You know what? That's grody.
That is really grody. That is grody. Gag me with a spoon.
I feel
Oh
like
my
that's
God.
worse than gooch.
Dingleberry's pretty gross too. I didn't know what that meant till one day somebody fucking explained it to me, and I was so upset because I don't want to picture that every time somebody says dingleberry, but now I do. I don't want to know. So I want to go back to life before I knew what a dingleberry was.
Hi, Summer.
What a weirdo. He said, can you bench 600 pounds? Bitch, can you give birth? No, so fuck off. I bring life. You bring complaints. You bring chaos. You bring fucking nothing to the table. Shut up. Dude, you're a toot flute.
We had skin flute and toot flute. Okay, we're doing too many flutes, guys.
I know. There's a lot of flutes in there. There's a lot of
Hi, Brie.
flautists who have been commenting on our insults. If you're friendly, you can come up to Bree, Tahir, anybody who wants to come up. I'm down to about the last, half hour of my show. If anybody wants to come up and just hang out and talk, we got about a half hour left. But if you are a Christian, you want to come up and talk, the guest box is open for you. Hey, King 3D, welcome to the show. Can I get your age for TikTok purposes?
30.
Are you a Christian or a believer of the God of the Bible?
Does Seraphis count?
Oh, no, but that's a Christ, right? He was a Christ, right?
Yeah, I'm obviously joking.
Well, just saying. So what's on your mind?
I just wanted to say that I appreciate you because you're awesome and your podcast and all that stuff. Feel like people don't get told that enough, so I wanted to come and say that.
Aw, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, more than you could ever know. I really appreciate it.
Okay, but what's your favorite part about it? What's your favorite sermon and why?
Ooh, it's a hard question. She's told multiple good ones. I suppose the one talking about Cain's non-explained wife was kind of enjoyable because it's something that I've never really thought about. A lot of the other ones have some context, but that one takes more pondering. But there's a bunch of good ones within there, but that's the first one that came to mind.
Thank you. I actually have two on that as well. That is the second episode, obviously, because Cain's wife is the second woman mentioned in the Bible, and she doesn't have a name.
Revisit it.
Yeah, and I revisit it in an extended edition, and I will be doing that with some more of the episodes because after I
Your
do
first
the
ones were really short.
yeah, they were very short, and you guys give me so much information. Like, you guys will message me and be like, "Did you know?" Da 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 da, and I'll be like, "What?" So I have to rewrite them and do more. But it's kind of fun because I like diving into them even more when I can.
One other thing I wanted to throw out there is I was a band kid growing up. The flute is one of the only instruments I can't play.
Oh, I can't play the flute, but I used to play the recorder.
I can play the entire brass section. I can play saxophone. I can play clarinet. I can do all these different things. Can't play the flute.
Girl, my
That's
hot cross
amazing.
buttons went hard on that recorder.
Yes, yes. Well, that's really cool. I wish I was a musician. I write lyrics, but I am not a musician, sadly. And I cannot, this little raspy voice is too pitchy to hold a tune, you know? Like, I cannot hold a tune, but I do love to write lyrics. Yeah, this guy does blow.
Noise.
Okay, well, you guys have a great one. I will catch you later.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, King. Thank you so much for coming up. You guys, thank you so much for tapping the screen, sharing out the live, and doing all the good things. I do have Bree coming up. Yay, Bree.
Yay. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you, beautiful?
I'm hot. How are you?
I'm getting hot too. It's starting to warm up right now in my house.
It's 103 degrees outside.
Fuck. I don't know how much it is. Let me look right now. I think it's cooler today than it has. It's only 95 right now.
Oh, I missed that. Save me.
Yeah, it sucks when it's fucking hot. And also, I'm pretty privileged. I do have a pool. So when it gets hot, I can cool off pretty easily.
Lucky. My husband's super anti-pool. In fact, there's like our dream house well under our budget that he refuses to look at because it has a pool.
Why is he against pools? Is it kids or is it like pool maintenance?
It's the maintenance.
It is a lot, but you know, once you learn it, like if you're gonna do it yourself, once you learn it, it's usually about like a once a week thing or whatever, you know, most of the time. But it does take a while. It does take a while to learn.
His thing is, he's like, why don't you just go find an indoor pool or something that you can just buy a membership at? And I'm like, but that's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same as being able to get up early in the morning and do some exercise in a pool instead of like, you know, on a treadmill or whatever. It's not the same when you want to just sit around all day on a Saturday. Maybe having a little something to imbibe, you know, and listen to good music and float around in your own pool. It's not the same. Because I don't have to. I love it. I love having a pool.
I want one, but yeah. He said we'll get an overground pool. He just doesn't want an in-ground pool. I don't know. Don't look at me like that. I don't know. I don't have answers.
I prefer the in-ground pools because to me they're less maintenance. Hey, Ursa, good to see you. Thank you so much. Oh, 1 year.
He doesn't make sense. It's fine.
But I don't know. Like that could be true. Like maybe above grounds are easier. I don't know.
I think he just has a vendetta against in-ground pools, to be honest. I don't know what that vendetta might be, but I think he's got one.
I was really scared to have pools when I had kids. I was like, I didn't I wanted a pool, but at the same time, I didn't. I was so afraid of kids drowning, you know. So but I didn't know at the time that I have OCD. Okay, and I do have OCD. So once something is dead set in my mind, it is like very hard to like undo that, right? So I was just like, it is like one of the number one ways that children unalive. I think I'm pretty sure it's like one of the number ways next to pew pew.
I think it's what you just said, and then car accidents, and then that.
So I
If
was
I'm
like,
not mistaken.
no. But now I have one, and my son has one, and he has kids. And there's so many safety things. Like, he literally has a lock on his door so that you have to use like a code to go out. Like, the kids can't just open that door. And when you go out it automatically locks behind you. So if you're an adult and you go out, it automatically locks behind you. You better know the code to get back in because you're going to be out in their backyard. So, and they have a pool alarm and, so many things that they didn't have. Hey, M1000 ABC over on YouTube. You may have seen me before. I have been on, I've been on Joel's show before. I've been on Christ Before Jesus' show before. I've been on Justin Deconstruction Zone show before. I'm on Mama Bash's show pretty regularly, but I don't know if she's over on YouTube. So I have been around, so you might have seen me before, but welcome to the show. Good to see you. I do have a hot tub too. See, I'm fucking spoiled. You guys have to know something though about me. I was a reseller. So I am not kidding you. Like, I am not kidding you about this. If there's ever something you have to buy and you are like, I really need a good deal on this, Crystal, because I need it, but I can't afford it or something, text me. I'll help you find it. Okay. That's what I do. So I found this house at a fucking ridiculous price, okay? And I made them go down from that because they lied about something on the MLS. So I took off a lot more money too when I dealt with them. Then the hot tub, she had it listed. Like, this is how you find good deals, by the way. You guys, I'm going to tell you one of my tips right now. She had it listed as a jacuzzi, but spelt jacuzzi wrong. So nobody saw her listing for months. So when I wanted it, I got it for really, 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 really cheap. It's like an $8,000 spa or whatever. And I got it for like $800 and it was brand new. So what you look for misspellings and then you find good deals. It's just my little tip for the day. Check out misspelled listings when you're trying to buy something. You'll find a good deal. Yeah, I forgot how she spelled it. It was something like that, Wormus, I promise you. It was really funny. I was like, oh, she does not know how to spell jacuzzi. That's why this hasn't sold. Yeah, that's my reseller tip of the day. I don't really do a lot of reselling anymore, although I do still do it. And I use my skills every day in my life on how to get deals. That's why we're thinking about buying a motorhome. Can we just digress and talk about this motorhome I want to buy? It's older, but it was like a $250,000 motorhome when it was new. And it's like a 2006 and it's like in perfect condition, even though it is that old. And it only has 31,000 miles on it and it has a Cummins diesel. I know you don't know what I'm saying, but what I'm telling you is it has an engine that can go 400,000 miles and it only has 31,000 miles on it. So even though it's old, it's like it's not old. And so it's and they still have it at well over $20,000 below book price. So they don't know that they're selling it too low. So I want it. It's so beautiful. It has a beautiful bedroom with a king bed. It has a full-size fridge in it. The captain's chairs turn around so you can sit. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.
Damn. I didn't even know you could have full-size kitchens in motorhomes.
Oh my God, it's a full-size kitchen, full-size bedroom. It has a shower. Yeah, it's a full-size fridge. It's so nice. It's a beautiful Whirlpool fridge.
Ooh.
I'm really
Crystal, do you want to drop me? Looks like children are walking out, so I'm gonna have to leave soon.
Okay. Thank you, Bree. I'll see you later. You guys make sure you're following my beautiful friend, Bree. Bree is, she's another amazing woman in the deconstruction spaces. I'll show you it, you guys. It's so pretty. This is, oh, wait. Gotta unplug here. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
It's enormous.
It's enormous. See the living room?
Wow. What a dream.
Look at how pretty it is.
It reminds me of Shannon, our little adventure. She's always out there doing atheism and her man.
See the fridge?
Oh, wow.
It's a four slide outs. 4. Isn't that crazy? Look at the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
It's like
So
a
where
view.
would you guys go? Would you stay in California or would you just like travel all over?
We would like to travel. You know, like, first of all, two of my kids don't live in state with me, so I definitely would like to travel and see them, be able to stay in my own motorhome when I go see them and stuff. But we would like, Doug is a fisherman. He would love to get a pontoon boat and go fishing all over the lakes around the United States. So we would just go on adventures. And eventually I kind of want to do that as like us living like that for a while. I mean, like, I'll probably want a house again, but I think it would be fun to just travel across the United States, staying in different states and, you know, different areas. I think it would be fun.
Auntie Sermons on tour, babes.
Hi, I am not your granny, but if you want to call me Auntie, you can. Mr. Palad, I am nowhere near old enough to be your granny. But I'll be your auntie if you'd like. I would love to go to Flathead Lake in Montana. That would be amazing. There's so many pretty places. We want to go to the national parks, of course, but I'd like to wait until I don't have to have dick face on the pass. You know, it's just my preference. But do you know about that?
Wait, what?
Trump put his face on the fucking national park pass, and you're not allowed to cover it up.
That's so embarrassing. I hate it.
I know.
Ew.
I want a national park pass. You can get special sleeves put it in that covers his face up. But originally they made these stickers that covered it up, and he got pissed and made it so that they're not valid if you cover up his face with a sticker. How fucking tyrannical is that?
Yeah, like, ugh, gross.
It's just crazy to me. I never thought that I would live in an era where we had such a fucking narcissist in our highest office of the land, you know?
That's why we have to deconstruct the
Yes.
patriarchy and Christianity. Leave the cult, people.
Absolutely. Hey, is Mezzo or Joel going live tonight?
That is a question. What is today?
Monday.
Joel was live yesterday, so I don't know. Maybe I wonder if Mezzo will be live.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Is Mezzo going to be live today?
I don't know. It would be fun.
Mama Bash isn't live right now, huh?
Actually, yeah, Joel's live was really fun yesterday. It was good.
It was a really good live. There were a couple of, you know, little bit of annoying people, but it was overall like a really good live. Yeah, you know what? You brought up the word pussy earlier. And I have stopped. I've tried to stop. Like, I can't say I do all the time. Listen, I'm trying to stop using certain words. I am trying to stop saying some. Sometimes I might say them, and that's why I'm using the Bad Bible Hub so that I can start finding better words. But anyway, I don't want to call people pussies anymore because I think that is degrading towards women because we're basically saying if you're not good, then you're like a woman's genitals, right? So I agree with you on that. And I think
we know they're very good.
And somebody said it, besides, I don't remember who said it. I made it be Betty White, for real. I don't remember. Somebody said, like, pussies are strong, man. They take a beating, like, right? And
That's right.
they give birth. They go through a lot of shit. Pussies are, like, much stronger than the weak little men that I'm trying to insult, right? So I'm trying not to call them a pussy anymore. I try to remember not to use that term. And instead, I try to, go to badbiblehub.com. I am not sponsored, but, Mezzo, if you want to sponsor me, it's 5 money guns a week.
those TikTok gifts are crazy expensive, though. It's wild.
Right? You're a big old goosh shit stick. Gooch shit
Oh,
stick?
yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. The harder it is to pronounce, like if you get stuck and tongue-tied, that's money. That's the best
Right?
type of insult right there.
That is. You goosh shit stick, whatever.
And you have to say it super angry sounding too.
Yeah, absolutely. I love when Joel does the Jesus thing like he's cussing. I can't even do it like him, where he'll go, Jesus Christ. Christ before Jesus. And then Jaron said the accent is on the before, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry.
Christ before Jesus.
That's right. Christ before Jesus. Y'all, if you aren't following Christ before Jesus, you should follow him too. He's a good guy, but first follow women. Make sure you're following 10 women.
Christina, Aaliyah, Noe, all the godless girls. If y'all aren't following them, Christina's been so funny, and her stories crack me up. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Me too. And Christina Carroll has been back around. Make sure you're following Christina Carroll. Arwen is another good person. Empress Says is another good person. My God is a Black Woman is another good person. Bored Agnostic, who was up here earlier, is another good person to follow. Gosh, there's so many. Birdie is awake. Mini Quan, Rabbi Hannah, Born Again Atheist, I think I said. So many good people. The list goes on.
I was watching Boma the other night, and just the way that Boma is able to just completely, I don't know. I really admire how quick and just what's the word? She just dismantles these men.
She does.
She just reads them for filth, and I love it.
When I first started watching her, she did this thing that you all now know what she does. Okay, but when I first started watching her, I didn't know what she was doing, right? So I thought, is she even listening to him? So you know how she does this thing where some mog is up there going, and she's just like this. And then sometimes she'll even turn around, maybe do something. Then she'll look back or whatever, and he's still, right? And I always thought she wasn't really listening to them. But a lot of times, she is so many moves ahead of them while they're going, blah, blah, blah. She has a whole fucking skit already ready on, things queued up, stuff is, you know what I mean? I always thought she was kind of tuned out right then. And then I realized, oh no, she's just fucking so many moves ahead of them that it just appears like she's not paying attention, but she's hilarious. She cracks me up.
Yes, brilliant.
I cannot watch her if I'm trying to actually go to sleep because there's just too much energy. It's just, so if you are up late at night and you want to watch something that's not going to put you to sleep, that you're going to be like, I fucking love this, you need to watch her, okay? I am trying to go sleep around that time, so I'll watch it for about an hour or so, and then I wait, and like if Yoda, well, unless Joel Mezer on, then I'm like fucking flipping between everybody, like, you know what I mean? But then I go to Yodi and I put in my earpiece and I go to sleep. I love Yodi, but his voice is relaxing. His conversations are relaxing, so I tend to fall asleep, Then I wake up in the morning and go live and hang out with people like Mama Bash and Auntie Charlene and Fee and Lortz and Selena and everybody. So, and we do it all over again. This is a dirty old grammar. What is a dirty old grammar, Ragin? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, did you mean I'm a dirty old grandma and you couldn't spell the word grandma? Aw, Pumpkin, that's embarrassing. Aw, you know what? Jesus and spelling, you can't have them both. That's just the facts, Pumpkin. I'm sorry. But
Crystal, we cursing the dog.
But I do want to tell you that if you think calling me a grandma is insulting, you're kind of an idiot, because I am a grandma and it is the best title I have ever had in my whole life. And you should only hope that one day you get to have somebody call you something similar. I am so privileged to have children call me grandma, and it's not an insult to me. And I know how old I am, Pumpkin. And when you mock somebody because they are old, all you're saying is, I wish you were dead already. Do you think people should die young? Is that your point, Ragin? You want people to just die young? Nobody should get to live long? Are you hoping you die young so you can go be with your Jesus? Your Jesus.
You're my favorite. You're my favorite grammar ever.
Right,
Yes,
Ragin? Welcome to the show.
People died young. People die young. Baby born and die. 1 year,
Right.
2 year, people die young. The
I know
wages
I've
of
lost
sin
a
is
baby
death.
before.
But good. So how you go talk like a foolish woman? How can't you speak like a foolish woman for a big woman like you?
What the fuck are you saying to me? What
Hey,
does how
there you
big
go,
I am
you
have to do with what does how
dirty
big I am
heart.
have to do with it?
That
What
is
does how
ridiculous,
big
then.
I am have to do with anything?
Because you speak like a foolish woman.
What
With
does
the
it have to do
spirit.
with how big I am?
Because you use a hellbound heart.
What
Look
does it
what
have
you
to
just
do with
told.
how big I am?
Oh, you got to do with big I am and big I am. So foolish.
You sound like you sound like
Tumbleweed.
hang on. You
Oh, look at
sound
that. He
like
blew away. It was
you
the
make
perfect
love to your hands.
I called him a tumbleweed and he ran.
That's so funny. That's a Christian misogynist that is on many, many shows. So if you like that kind of a Christian, you should be following everybody, because he's on lots of shows and he's always a misogynist and he's always incurious swine. Yes, he makes love to his hands. Y'all didn't drop him or block him or something, did you? I don't care if he calls me
I don't
fat or
think
old.
anybody did.
I didn't see it come up, so I don't think anybody did.
Aaliyah.
He uses tweezers. He makes love to tweezers. That's hilarious.
Wait, I just got that. It took me a minute. Ew. I want to know how Aaliyah is doing. I haven't seen you in a bit.
I
And I want
know.
to know how nursing school's going.
Did you see her hair? Her video with her new hair?
I don't know if I have yet.
Oh, you need to go see her video. Her hair looks so good. All right, you guys, I'm going to be live. Oh, I'm actually not going to be live anymore. You guys, here's the rules, by the way. When I'm live, if you want me to stay live for an extra hour, we just meet the gift goal. We don't always meet it, and that's okay. We don't always want to stick around for an extra hour. I get that. That's okay. But today, we're going to end the show. I might be live tomorrow. I don't know yet. But normally I'm live on Wednesdays and Fridays as well. Make sure you go check the link in my bio. And then come join my Discord. It's a quiet Discord, but it could be louder and more, alive if you were there. So come join my Discord, right? And then make sure that you follow some of the women today. Did you do it? Put a 1 in a chat. If you followed a woman today that you were not following before, put a 1 in the chat. And, and I will have a new Auntie Sermon up for you on Wednesday. That one is on Dina. So you heard today about the daughters of the land that Dina went out to talk to. But do you know about Dina? Because you should. You should go listen to that. And also, the Bill Hall one dropped earlier this week. And that is a good one. You should really listen to that.
It's a really good one. Yeah, it's one of my faves.
I think it's one of my faves too, because I really like how we talk about Christian family values and that, and the
It's
fucking
a
lack
very
thereof.
good point. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, you guys, let's go raid. Let's go raid. Christina Carroll's live, but I think she's a guest, so not Christina Carroll. Let's go raid My God is a Black Woman. Amazing creator, amazing person. Go check out My God is a Black Woman. And whatever you do today, be safe, have fun, follow women, support women, give women all the good things. Women. I just want to subliminal message that into your head for the day. Women are everything. Women are the best.
Give us all your money.
Give us all
and
your
we
money.
really like gifts and jewelry.
We want you to treat us nice. Okay, anyway, I love you all. I'll see you around the mean streets of TikTok and YouTube. Bye, everybody.
Bye.